We're going to actually take a look at the factions this time.
What?
GLA Stealth will be played by BountyHunter.
The North will be dense as a USA vanilla. It wouldn't be a 0-hour stream if we didn't cast at least one game on TD.
Yeah.
No bugs, no cars.
And one USA versus GLA. That's just very classic. No bugs, no cars. Oh man, it's been so long since we've actually casted with cars. The demo cars.
It's nice to know that everyone thinks they're stupid.
Yeah.
Which they are.
Is it not a replay? Yeah, these are all replays. Just because it's a live stream, we're still casting replays.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can't really do observer games because if we observe people, they're going to have an Australian in their game and they'll get heaps of lag and they'll be like, come on guys, the lag sucks. And 0 hour is really hard to play with lag.
Yeah.
We watched Dominator play on his YouTube videos earlier. We watched him play and it was like, man, this is so impressive. And you just wouldn't be able to do that if you had a second delay.
No chance, no chance.
Are you going to stream after this last cast? I mean, I actually kind of want to play some StarCraft, so I might do that, to be honest.
1v1 me, bro.
I know everyone's going to be like, oh my god, StarCraft, but I really want to play StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that time. I might do some more editing or something. My PC is currently rendering for like the first time ever, so we'll see how it goes.
What percentage is it?
I'll have a look in a bit. I'll have a look after this cast. So
Probably
yeah,
like
we'll go
20,
from there.
30%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should be
StarCraft
cool.
2.
It'll be interesting to see how long it takes. But yeah, that dozer was weird. I mean, you shouldn't go past the midpoint. That's always kind of my maxim when it comes to like pushing out with those units because they're...
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what it is, Blake?
What?
You know what it is?
What is it?
It's Blake's pro vocabulary.
Oh!
Tell
yeah.
us, what does maxim... I know what that means, but what does it mean?
Like maxim, my like words to live by, essentially, or like yeah. That's pretty close to what I mean. So, would you have a better definition for it, or like yeah?
Isn't it like something that you use as a premise for a philosophy, like the maxim of this?
Yes, right. Yeah. I guess that applies as well. Yeah. Anyway, don't move it past the center point. I know you're looking for the tunnel crush, but no, don't go past the center point when you're looking for the tunnel crush because either the worker isn't there or it's building a backwards tunnel and you're going to lose the dozer. So, yeah, either way, it's not a good idea. There's no way that the worker is going to be so late that you're going to find a crush somewhere along those lines. So, yeah,
I think it depends on which order they send their workers.
Yeah.
In terms of, does the first worker goes north? Yes.
But even if it's the third worker, like, you don't find the crush, like that was the second worker going to that side.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know the timings. I'm just trying to maybe explain
Think
why.
it out, yeah.
That being said, the guy is called Dense,
Yeah.
so we can't trust his game knowledge. You just don't know. Whereas if it was Dominator, I'd be like, oh, I'm sure Dominator had a reason why he would do that. There's actually a hijacker right outside this war factory, and you can't stay there forever because sooner or later there's going to be spy drones, and in fact it's kind of risky that it's strange that there isn't spy drones already.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing they were looking for the dozer, but it's actually been walled in, which is smart. I mean, when you're going to go aggressive with the dozer, like that's a good play by Dens. The fact that he's actually walled in the second dozer is really smart. When you go aggressive with the one, it's nice to make sure you have at least one that's safe, because the hijacker's here now. Still can't find anything. I mean, maybe it looks for the ambo potentially when it comes out. That's going to delay the V pressure coming in, and BountyHunter will have better control over these tunnel networks and have more RPGs inside the tunnels as well.
Whoa, is he dropping off a whole bunch of Humvees into the base of BountyHunter?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I mean, just go straight past all of the tunnel networks. This could be brutal. Wow, there are 4 Vs. This is going to be insane.
And the palace is being built, so BountyHunter currently lacking the units that he needs to defend this army. There's a lot of RPGs, but it can be kited. There's no ambo, however. That's a big mistake. Also, shout out to Helping Hand, 75 viewer host.
Thanks, man. Love your work.
Yeah, there's no ambo, though. That's such a big mistake. He has these repair drones, but they don't really work that well because they have to actually catch up to the Humvee.
Is he actually going to manage to guard mode down this worker potentially? I don't know if that's going to work. Just actually going to pop out all these these missile defenders. That's a great move because there's only one quad on the field, and there are a bunch of RPGs. Maybe moving the second V in to look for crushes. Doesn't find it, but going to try and deny the palace here. It's down to half health. Are we going to get a cancel? BountyHunter should just cancel this. It's 96%. That's a huge investment.
Nice.
Good cancel by BountyHunter.
Now, how do you counter these RPGs? Well, of course, you put a Jarman, but without the palace, that isn't an option. He will eventually lose them to these RPGs, but Damage has been done. You know, pretty good.
Good trade. I mean, denies the palace, and that was the tech that Bounty Hunter's actually looking for.
Looking for friendly. Oh man, that arms dealer was vulnerable briefly. When you have a scaffold at 0% health, it can be destroyed. Yeah, I think the friendly fire damage may destroy these workers.
I think he's trying to kill some workers with the splash damage. Yeah, it's cool.
He gets at least one worker.
Yeah, I think it was just one.
Hey, better than nothing.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, pretty good play. Also, just buys more time, and the RPGs have to run in there, take them out. V's gonna deny the cap. That's good. But hasn't taken out any tunnel network, so won't be able to deny the safe cap from BountyHunter on the left-hand side. Does have that oil already finished off.
A lot of tunnels on the left side. These Chinooks won't be mining for much longer. Building that strat center now. There's another big push there in the middle. 4 Humvees, hard to deal with without a palace. Has 2 arms dealers. It's still no ambo. Yeah,
it's pretty much impossible to deal with the RPGs on the ground when the Vs don't have Search and Destroy. I mean, it's hard before Search and Destroy for the extra range, but yeah, without Search and Destroy, it's just the guns are so close and they can't really, there's no way to kite the RPGs on the ground. Pretty dangerous army. I mean, I don't know what Bounty Hunter's going to do with it. Pretty sure capture upgrade from Dense as well actually went for the oil. That's cool.
The terrorist that wishes he was a booby trap. Just standing here next to the booby trap.
Yeah. Dude, and pretty much a sneak attack tunnel as well. 2 tunnel networks so far up on the left-hand side of Dense. Didn't have any vision in the area. The supply was so far off. So 1 Chinook down. This is a very dangerous push. Quad RPG is so strong.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. He definitely needs Strat Center. He has that now, the Search and Destroy. But even then, there's so many missile defenders.
He needs a Tomahawk. Like, a Tomahawk to just deal with the blob of RPGs. There's just no way to take them out at this stage.
I don't know how good the Tomahawks actually are, though, against the infantry. Because they don't do much splash damage.
Yeah.
I mean, what he actually may want to go for is flashbangs.
Flashbangs could be good. Yeah, flashbangs would be awesome. So
it depends how long he has. He has a lot of Humvees, so probably can kite this one out. Or does he just commit to it? Maybe get some Ambros for crushes. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Loses 3 Humvees.
As long as the evacs come out, I mean, the Humvees don't matter too much. Like,
4, okay. Yeah,
I mean, most of the evacs came through. That's overall a pretty good trade. Denies the quad RPG, which is good.
There's actually a funny comment there from Capen. The automation is taking this terrorist out of a job, being replaced by a booby trap. The modern innovations, it's making it hard to find
employ more GLA workers. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was okay. He didn't lose too many Humvees.
Damn industrial revolution. So. Overall, a good trade. And then still mining, though. The left-hand side supply is pretty much off limits at this stage because there are 2 tunnel networks there. It's so easy for Bounty Hunter to just pop quads and RPGs out and take out those Chinooks. So this play's actually really smart. We're getting the first a nice black market as well. Actually, a better position for the Palace, probably. I mean, it's already covered by tunnel networks, so you've got plenty of time. There's the Jarman. We would like to see Bounty Hunter maybe go for a 3rd supply. He has such nice control over that left-hand side of the map. I mean, the Jarman's here. Plenty of units. I don't know about this supply.
Yeah, it's a little bit exposed there, but there's so many tunnels. There's big quad pop. Buggies as well. No ammo, but 4 of them. And Jarman too. This is a good army from Bounty Hunter.
Pretty good engagement, but a couple of the buggies going down thanks to nice focus fire coming in from Den's. Going to take out the quad as well. Jarman's still firing. That means that any of the evacs aren't actually going to work. Jarman keeps shooting. There are still spy drones in the air, so the Humvee's going to actually target him down, but he survives and gets back inside the tunnel network. However, there's enough of this army still alive to push through tunnels. Not many missile defenders left. A lot of them went for evacs, and Jarman denied them. The V's might actually have to pull back. I don't know if they have enough juice to take out another tunnel network.
Not focusing that Jarman was a big mistake. At least he will clear out this left side, but that being said, another tunnel here, still stealthed. Very hard to take out those stealth tunnels. You don't always know where they are.
Not very cost efficient taking out those tunnel networks, and now the V's are going to be forced off.
What about Hijacker?
Getting a few more friends. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm assuming spy drones came out and eventually it just went down, but I didn't see anything get capped.
I was hoping he would cap one of the Chinooks. He like grabs onto the
supply,
whatever that thing is, the
cargo
bag.
netting.
Cargo netting.
Yeah,
that's the exact word.
And climbs up
exactly.
and knocks out the pilot, throws him out the window. By Chinook now.
Basically, Master Chief at that stage. All those like ridiculous Halo hijacking animations.
So yeah, multiple lines of tunnel networks are going to be nice for Bounty Hunter if he had a greater mass of rocket buggies and then a double buggy ammo. Yes, this is a really good push from Dents. It's so hard to take out multiple lines of tunnel networks once there's a critical mass of rocket buggies. They just get sniped down from range, or the Vs go down, and then they have to actually take out the tunnel network as well. Turns into very not at all cost-efficient engagements.
Very not at all.
Yes.
I love this fire
I can
base.
English.
Yeah, the fire base is going to buy a lot of time for the oil derrick. You don't want to have that oil derrick exposed, especially when you're versing GLA, because they can't destroy it with GLA with general powers. So you actually can hold on to it all game if you defend it properly, but you have to worry about the buggies. Oh, speaking of buggies,
that'll do. That's the mass that I was talking about.
Crusader.
Yeah, I mean tanks have a lot of buggy damage, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why. I mean they'll take. Yeah, that's
Got
probably
two
why.
volleys,
Yeah.
but still, he's losing a lot of these Humvees.
Yeah, it's probably too many buggies to build Crusaders into. It's too much DPS.
Jarman.
Hello, Jarman? There we go. Nice. Please don't V-steal. Jarman, no. Not worth Jarman. Go find yourself a dozer. A nice dozer. Get a power plant up. And we're back to 50-50 map control. We have returned, and thankfully for Dents, he actually has a lot of supplies in his base. Remember, he was denied his secondary supplies for a long time, so he's been mining those out for like the last few minutes. Obviously, still a lot remaining in the base supplies.
Yeah.
Given how TD works in terms of the amount of supplies in primary versus secondary supplies.
He's actually mined a lot of these supplies too. All of them, in fact.
Yeah.
So only the supplies on the southern side remain.
Probably the biggest flaw for Bounty Hunter is he wasn't denying that central mining, so Dents wasn't put behind by the fact that Bounty Hunter denied his second supply. He's actually in a good position, long distance mining with the Chinooks.
Okay, has the Tomahawks. Tomahawks are good versus buggies, but it depends on the positioning and the timing. Loses 2 Tomahawks. Oh, Comanches, nice.
Love it. Gonna gun down these buggies.
But the Comanches only work if your opponent doesn't have tunnels.
Yeah.
Because if they do, then they just pop quads out of nowhere.
Still, it's worth having a couple. It just puts so much pressure. It also means the buggies can't push past tunnel networks. Like they can't go and snipe, like put pressure on your airfield or something, because the Comanches could come out of nowhere and just snipe them down. So
I just love seeing non-Air Force general build the airfield and actually use units.
it
I
just
think
makes
it's combat
so much
dropping.
sense.
Oh no, it's just combat dying. Yeah, it needs to clear this. Oh man, there's 2 Chinooks down.
Oops.
Because I think the problem there is they auto mine, so
Yeah.
you often they do that without you intending. But definitely needs to clear those ones out. The Tomahawks will eventually do it. I guess he has more Chinooks around.
It's about time for a pattern of the general settlement black market count, I think.
It's also time for me to say Comanche instead of Chinook.
Right. Okay. Scud storm up, so that's a 1 point there. 2 black markets, 3 full black markets.
No barricades.
No, not yet.
Should definitely get those against those Comanches.
Yeah, and especially now that we're heading towards level 3-star general powers. So it gets dangerous
Oh,
when
like
it comes
that.
to taking things out.
It was actually not very good. He goes back in. Is he using his rocket pods?
Does he have rocket pods?
No, he doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I was going to say that's the perfect opportunity to use rocket pods. It's actually in
Yeah.
a really good spot to use them.
He would have killed so much stuff.
Yeah. So it really needs rocket pods. It's such a cost-efficient upgrade.
Tomahawks can also kill this oil derrick over the low ground.
Great for taking out these central tunnel networks. Opening up a path into the base and just kind of freeing up the Humvees to move around is really important. It's 1 tunnel network down. Go for the oil is the next point of call. Chinooks on the field is actually, it's quite difficult for Bounty Hunter to take out the oil derrick of Dents. There's not really much that he can do, especially with the fire base protecting it.
I think you meant to say Comanche.
Sorry? What did I say?
You said Chinook.
I didn't, did I? You
Yeah,
baited me, man.
You've done my
You're the
classic
worst.
mistake. And I feel so redeemed.
Redeemed or like, I mean, whose fault is it that I'm screwing up the pronunciation? So, you're
Well,
setting a bad example.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, there's a few quads here. May want to get the AP ammo, given there is a lot of Comanches on the field.
There are many Comanches on the field. I love Comanches. Do the Comanches have rocket pods?
You know what we should start doing is rather than saying Chinook, if we say, because isn't it like Chinook?
Yeah.
Or at least Chinook, because it's like it's pronounced differently. Because the reason why we always get Comanche and Chinook is it's both the k sound. Whereas if it's like if we say it differently, then it's a bit easier for you to not mistake it for yourself. Or is it Chinook? I don't know how you say Chinook, because it's not Chinook is like the the Western kind of.
And I'm just straight up
cannibalization.
confused at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think
Couldn't
Dominator
tell
says
ya.
it differently.
Right.
Whatever. I guess this is the advantage of having a Twitch stream. People can actually respond to us. I don't know how many people are watching though,
Positive.
but hopefully we'll have a Native American that can be like, oh, this is how you say it.
Yeah.
Also, while I'm here, this is how you pronounce Iroquois, but this is how you pronounce Battle Bus. One of them gets focused down.
Still putting out a lot of DPS. It's actually a Pathfinder on the field here for Dents. He's started to get them out. Just as good as a Jarman.
Tomahawk is also Native Indian.
Yeah.
Native American.
Native American.
It's like a weapon, isn't it?
Sorry?
Isn't it like a thing that you throw?
Yeah. I mean, I can't really claim to know very much about it, so.
You throw a
yeah.
tomahawk though,
Yeah.
like it's a tomahawk thrower. Isn't that a unit in Age of Empires 3? Or something like that?
Possibly. So.
Oh, another quad snipe.
I don't know all the cultural appropriation that exists inside RTS video games, man. Like, got a bit behind my reach. So, yeah, battle bus are nice. Difficult now for the Vs to put pressure onto the tunnel network, so it's already difficult for the Comanches, given the potential for quad pops, but now there's a potential for battle bus pops, which are also dangerous because they roll out, it's in range of the Vs, even if the Vs snipe it down, still has the shell, which is doing damage.
Ooh, that's the GPS Scrambler. Scudstorm almost available to fire as well. I'm really concerned by this lack of barricades.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
Well, Pathfinders.
Knows the GPS Scramble is actually in effect now. Can take this engagement for
Oh,
sure.
Man, I don't know. There's so many. You mean Bounty Hunter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can definitely take this one. These Comanches will die so quickly if they get caught out of position. It's really risky fighting on the aggressive. But when you're bursting GPS scrambled units, you just never know when there's quads and when there's not.
Yeah, the macro's been on point, and I think Dens has the income to keep up at this stage in the game when there are those.
He needs to just litter
like
the map with
field.
spy drones, and he does have the command center, so he should be able to do it. I think a lot of players just forget. It's something that you always do forget to actually do, because you don't see the spy drone progress bar until you open up the thing. Well, the good thing about, say, Company of Heroes too is it actually shows you the cooldown of the abilities on the main screen.
Yeah.
So you don't have to open another screen to then see if something's available. See, like, this is fine, but there's a backwards tunnel here. Oh, actually gets the wrong one, I think, but rocket pods? He has it, but no, decides to fly away. Only loses one Comanche and one Chinook, cuts his losses.
On point pop, though. I have to say, that was unscouted by Bounty Hunter. He's just flicking around looking for...
Oh, yeah, because he had...
Comanches.
He put the red smoke here, so he knew this one was there, but mustn't have known that one was there. And that's why having double tunnels is so important, because they're only one tunnel. You just preemptively rocket pod that. But
oh no, mistimed it.
well, Scudstorm, that's going somewhere. Where are you at? Where are you at? There it is. War Factory, Strat Center.
Strat Center, yeah, worth. Like, gets a lot of damage down. It gets a little bit.
This would have been good
wasn't amazing,
too.
yeah.
But you don't know what his vision is. You may not be able to see it. Actually, there was a radar van scan, so that's why he went here. Okay. We've got 4 supply drop zones.
There's camo netting all over the place, but where are the barricades at? Such an important upgrade, I really don't understand.
You know what would be sick if you couldn't get both? If you had to choose barricades or barricades. Yeah, there's about 8 or so black markets. But there's a lot of units here, I guess, for both players, though. So this could swing either way. This is opened up, though. This is very important. This will make a few of these buildings exposed.
General's powers are up and running. Stealth get Anthrax Bomb?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah. That could be nice against the Vs, especially to kind of cut off a retreat path. This is good play. Oh, that battle bus is going to get work done. This is dangerous. Bad engagement for Dents.
Battle Blast goes down. Here come the Comanches. No rocket pods just yet. They're focusing the individual quads, and they're not being targeted by the quads. They were going for the Humvees the entire time. All the Comanches survive.
Quad micro not really on point. Dens could have turned that one so easily. Now rocket pods to take out the tunnel network. The entire left side has been forced, and a lot of the Vs went down. All of these Comanches are still up and running. However, there are stinger sites. And another round of tunnel pop here for BountyHunter.
Okay, here come the Humvees. There's only 2 quads. They're focusing the Comanches now, but will they do enough damage? 1 Comanche drops. It's going to be 3, in fact. Battle Bus still firing all the RPGs. All of the Comanches are destroyed. Wow, that one Battle Bus made such a difference there. Couldn't focus that one down in time. I think his rocket pod was on cooldown.
Yeah, it was definitely on cooldown,
from that tunnel. That was a big
network.
mistake.
Yeah.
If he kept that one, the rocket pod would have taken out that Battle Bus and the surrounding units.
I mean, the cooldown isn't really long. He could have just bought a little bit more time and the Comanches would have been fine. But yeah, at least the focus was right there for Dens. He went for the Battle Bus, and then it was enough to take it down to the shell, but not enough to take it down past that point. So the shell survived and took out all of the Comanches. Not a great engagement. Yeah, look, Dens is in trouble here. There are so many tunnel networks across the front of the base. BountyHunter just buys time here. I mean, he's got the Scud Storm still up and running. Lots of black markets, plenty of production. No barricades. All of these RPGs surviving. Yeah. You don't want to be up against a GLA in this position. This isn't a general's mission that I want to play.
Yeah, and he's still building Comanches, which perhaps isn't very smart, because he's going to be on the aggressive, and using Comanches aggressively on the offensive is always hard. GPS Scrambler is an option. There's just so many tunnels. Probably not worth building Comanches at this stage.
Yeah, and there are no individual tunnel networks to snipe, so there's no point building them anymore. If there are 4 tunnel networks that you want to deal with rocket pods, maybe. There's really no use for them at this stage in the game. And he's really committing to them hard as well, and it's just, are you ever going to get an angle onto the buggies? I mean, you don't even want to trade that many Comanches for buggies. It's not going to be cost efficient. Yeah,
I think they're 1,300 or 200. Yeah. 1,200, where buggies 700 or 800, I think. I don't know the numbers, but it's around about there.
So trading 1 for 1 would not be worth, and that's pretty much the only option we're looking at now. I mean,
he's going to be versing a Scud Storm, so he can't sit around forever. There's so many quads. Oh my god, it gets 1 black market. And that's, how many Comanches is that? It's 5 Comanches. That's at least a particle cannon or 2, 3 supply drop zones.
Yeah, particle cannon would work really well.
Still mining the middle supplies, however.
Yeah. Just Dens isn't setting himself up for the late game at all. I mean, he's got the drop zones, which is fine, but his unit composition isn't great, and there's no particle cannon. Maybe he waits until the Scud Storm launches and then builds the particle cannon. That might be the best play that he can make.
Yeah.
If he builds it preemptively, the Scud Storm's just going to take it out.
Okay, big pop here. Battle buses, quads. A few of these units get shaved off, including 2 of those Comanches. Yeah, Tomahawks would be a better unit choice. Tomahawks, Humvees.
Honestly, I mean, BountyHunter doesn't know exactly what the score is, what's inside of Dens's base, but this is the point where you should start pushing. You've been trading so cost efficiently for 2 engagements in a row now. I guess that's the other option. Is just, okay, I'm safe behind my tunnel networks. Let's go for another Scud Storm. Really close this game out.
Let's fire the Scud Storm.
Should be onto supply drop zones would make the most sense to me.
Yeah, over here.
Okay, I guess
that was pretty bad. He gets a supply and a factory and whatever that was.
Barracks. So yeah, all 3.
Yeah, not supply drop zones though. Those are the most important thing to snipe.
Yeah.
If not the strat center, so they can't build anymore. It doesn't get the search and destroy. Oh, look at this. You can actually cap with the rebels.
But the Comanches reveal.
Well, they're not revealed by the Comanches.
Yeah,
but
Comanches, kill the revealed rebels. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know what revealed them though.
Probably just a scan. So.
Okay.
Probably just scanned it.
Now, maybe he wants the Comanches so he gets something mobile against the sneak attack, because that was always.
That's also true. Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because you can actually burst down the sneak attack if you use while it's building, if you use your missile attacks and then rocket pods. You can actually snipe down the sneak attack straight away. So moving him out doesn't really make much sense. I guess he's gonna go for scaffolds now, just kind of deny their forward position.
Oh man, these stingers.
Yeah, this is 1 Comanche. So keeping 4 alive and just keeping them in the base is actually really important for Dens if he does if he is worried about the sneak attack.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
The Comanche's
And
out of position, but they're really
gonna,
fast.
They're gonna try and get over there. Do they go straight? Yeah, it's too late.
Rocket pod, too late as you say, already splits up. There go the Comanches. Battle Bus is in position to go to town on this base.
Wow. Can't be out of position. They should have just been in base doing nothing else. They try and push out to get one tunnel network, which is, you know, not going to achieve anything, and it's... Sneak attack's actually still alive. Finally gets sniped down, but it's not even going to matter at this stage in the game. That should be GG. There are too many units here.
Man, that sneak attack doesn't have much of a delay. It's like 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah. Wow, that was actually a really nice laser locks to turn it for Dents. He traded very well. Poor focus firing from BountyHunter to try and take out those Vs. Probably should have done that. Turning into a long game of 0 hour.
Yeah, it's a long game, but it's not a very close one. For a while, it looked pretty one-sided. It's so hard to clear any kind of GLA camp like this, especially with stealth. That makes it even harder.
Stinger sights are so nice. It's like, okay, you can't go for mass Comanches. It's impossible. With Stinger sights on the field, it's just, yeah, the range is insane, so...
And even these general powers, like the Spectre and the A-10s, if you just get enough anti-air...
Yeah, also helps out.
They can't fly through over. Well, the only real hope, I think, is if BountyHunter goes into a fight and gets baited and gets hit by a general's power, loses all his units, and then Dents can just clean up with his own units, but I don't see that happening, and even then, there's so many tunnels that it'll just take a really long time. So
they're so spread out as well, so even if a particle cannon comes up, Dents is going to be able to take out, what, like 4 tunnels, maybe? 3-4 tunnels?
Yeah.
Which can then just be rebuilt. At least it keeps the quads busy, shooting all these supply drops on planes, so... Yeah, Scudstorms at this point should just be firing solely at secondary economy. That's kind of your priorities. It's like, okay, does my opponent have a super weapon? That's my first target. Secondary target is economy. Like, keep your economy ahead. Plus, General Gentleman shame points for still having that Oil Derrick alive. There's been so many opportunities for BountyHunter to take that one out. It's not even defended. He just run buggies up there. Even if he lost like 10 buggies to take out the Oil Derrick, it'd be worth.
That being said, though, there actually isn't a lot of black markets. I think we've been underestimating that. Let's do a count. There's not many.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With the one that just got taken out was 11.
Yeah, I mean, it's decent, but compare it to the supply drop zones. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's still about...
even-ish.
Yeah, but normally you would... When you look at the mini-map, you would expect 20 or 30 black markets. That's kind of what we're used to.
Yeah.
Normally, the games that we cast, people will just have a lot more black markets. And there's a lot of Humvees here, so maybe we called him out of this game too soon, because he's actually doing some good damage here. There goes the Palace. Barracks is exposed here. That's going to prevent the Jarman if the Jarman does get killed. But look at this. Sneak attack into the main base. Nothing for defense here. No Comanches. Humvees out of position. The fuel air bomb, or the leaflet drop at least. Yeah, really fuel air bomb.
Oh, yeah, not going to get anything. Actually, perfect micro. Keep moving, keep moving. The Spectre's going to retarget. Move, 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 move.
I think he focused the War Factory with the Spectre. What the hell was that?
That was weird. It was weird placement, and now it's going to retarget the Spectre. But of course, you lose the big guns on the Spectre when you try and retarget, and it's a low-level Spectre, so it's already down. Nothing else left. The base is going to get taken out. Don't base trade against the GLA, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bad idea. Bad idea. One of those Scudstorms fired as well. Did that miss?
Oh, I don't know. Oh,
Where was
must
it?
have gone there.
Okay, onto near the CC. So,
man, that Scudstorm would have just killed all these Humvees.
Yeah.
I don't know which one fired though. This may be the one that's about to come up. Battle buses are coming in, but there's just so many Humvees in position.
Yeah, let's get nuked. Completely nuked.
Okay,
40 seconds.
The quads can actually take all these supplies. Oh, well, I guess the Rangers took some of them.
Yeah, needs to just take out everything. Alright, Bombardment's actually been activated as well here for Dents. He's going to try and defend it, but it's not going to be enough.
No, it doesn't even
fire. That was weird. Should have fired at the quads, but it didn't. 26 seconds. I'm not sure if this is the supply.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It's the other one. The other Scudstorm is actually going to be the one coming up. 19 seconds. That's not good for Dents. Dents going to have to be constantly on the move with these Humvees. If they stop for a second, they're trying to take out the command center. They're going to go down. They should go for the CC right now. Are these Vs going for the CC? They should. Yeah, that's a really smart move.
Oh, dodge the Anthrax.
Yeah,
Nice.
good play.
He's actually Anthraxed his own base now. Oops.
He's Anthraxed all his own quads!
Uh-oh.
What was that play?
That's not the play, boys. That's not what you
Scudstorm's
do.
fired.
Is he going to fire the Humvees or his own or his base?
It's got to be the Humvees,
But he's
but they're going
moving-
to dodge.
Yeah, they're actually completely... They've changed their
It's not
positioning.
the Humvees. It's the base.
Really? The command center?
No more General's powers.
That's the third or the fourth time he's done that. I guess he finally gets it now.
Yeah, command
The other
center's gone
CC
down.
was destroyed. So that'll help, but these Humvees are still a problem.
Yeah,
And
Anthrax
he's-
bombs on cooldown. And all these quads are just walking into the Anthrax and going down. That's 6 quads that Bounty Hunter has thrown away. 6 of his own quads that he's thrown away.
That isn't the first time we've seen this, but it's always so painful to
No!
watch.
8 quads! 8 quads to his own Anthrax bomb!
So what he needs to do is build a toxin tractor and then use contaminate, and that
Yeah.
actually clears it.
8 quads to his own Anthrax bomb. That's brutal.
Okay, he's actually rebuilding at the south here. The command center is going to be rebuilt. And that's going to give him access to more powers, maybe a leaflet. Attacking down the side of the map would be very dangerous with that quick call-on time. I think Bounty has thrown this game.
He has hard.
Oh my god.
Could have used the Scudstorm and the Anthrax so much more efficiently than he did.
And even the Scudstorms, he just constantly was Scudstorming
Yeah.
the CC. It's not worth it.
Did it twice. I mean, he had 2 Scudstorms to use, and neither of them went for the Vs.
And
They both went for the command center. When the army could have gone for the command center. I mean, it would have
Yeah.
taken like no time at all for that many troops to take it out. And here's the A10. Where's that going?
And earlier on in the game, we kept seeing the Scuds go for the CC instead of the supply drop zones because he had the radar scans, radar van scans. So he could have.
Okay, there's the A10. Not sure what the A10 was on. It's been something on the
Okay, he
left-hand
needs
side.
to put a scaffold. There's actually a black market there.
Right. How much cash does Dents have? I mean, can he throw it around? Can he just
Yeah,
kill?
he's
He's
got
got
a lot.
loads. So yeah, as long as his dozer keeps moving. Getting a supply up would be nice, because then you get a Chinook, and you just transport the dozer around the map, building scaffolds and stuff.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What was that about base racing a GLA?
Don't base race a GLA.
He's lost a lot of his Humvees. I think he's finally got the main base destroyed, but
You know what would have been good here? 8 quads.
yeah.
8 quads would have
quads
helped
would've been
out.
nice.
Like, yeah.
The Stinger sites are actually really bad versus the Vs because they have the Pathfinders, which is just decrewing the Stinger
Yeah.
sites. I think it's really silly how you can decrew those.
I think the dozer went down.
Yeah, it went
Wow.
down.
Okay, before the command center finishes.
I'm pretty sure the firebase won't count as a structure.
No, it
Oh, wow,
won't.
look how close his buggies are. That was weird.
Buggy's got wrecked.
He still has 3 Vs, 2 Ambos. They're all vetted. A lot of cash, so he's churning out the missile defenders. This is the last building, though, and the scaffold does count as well.
Yeah, scaffold counts. So yeah, maybe going for this barracks. Maybe if the quads get the barracks, that could be worth. Yeah, okay. So last
That's
building.
so close.
Go for it. Go for the quads. Quads, go, 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 go. Take it out. It's the last building, but he doesn't know it's the last building. Bounty Hunter doesn't know. Not for sure. He's going to try and trade against these Vs, but they're actually getting kited really well.
There's no search and destroy, so it's pretty hard to micro this, but he does have the vet to make up for it.
Nice. And the Ambo's there for the repairs. Spy drone's still in the air. Really good position. Wow. How much cash does Bounty Hunter have? A lot?
Yeah, he's got a
Another
fair bit.
5k as well. Still making dollars.
Well, okay.
So it's scaffold against GLA, and this is why we don't base race GLA. You end up in this situation, best case scenario, and this is pretty much best case scenario for Dents.
Unless you have a Chinook and a Dozer, which he didn't.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only saving grace that you can do. So if you're China, then you're just screwed. But, okay, this is kind of clever, but he can't cap an unfinished command center.
It doesn't work like
But
that.
still, there's not a lot of health there. He left 1 Humvee for defense, which is clever, especially as he knows that the sneak attack is an option. There's only 1 Humvee to play with.
Sneak attack is the biggest risk here. I'm pretty sure Bounty Hunter should just close
Or
this if he
look at
plays
Tech
right.
Terror,
Yeah,
that's
Tech
clever.
Terror, nice. Yeah, Tech Terror should close this game.
Or maybe a demo bike.
Yeah.
See, he is stealth, but he still can.
I would even
Manually
like
do it.
fake the sneak attack and then drive in the technical to take out
Yeah.
the command center. Like, so you sneak attack like
On the
left hand side, and then you just move the technical in the right hand side and just take out the last scaffold. So
That's cool. Bounty Hunter's also getting income from the black markets.
right, yeah, this should be game. This
Okay, let's
technical
see.
should close it.
He has a lot of vision. Though. Look at this. He's got a pilot. He's got spy drones.
Spy drones can see it coming in, but I mean the V's going to respond in time.
There's 1 missile defender. Maybe that's enough. Oh,
Go!
Jarman!
Technical needs to move.
He gets 1 Humvee down.
Yeah.
There goes the Jarman.
So the Jarman sacrifices himself to buy time. The laser lock could come in.
That's GG. He won't. Even if he kills it, he won't actually prevent the detonation.
Yeah. There we go. GG. Terrorists come out, and that's the game.
Nice. Well
Awesome.
played.
Very cool.
Yeah, Dents didn't play that as well as he could have done, but he got the win in the end.
Yeah.
So GG, well played.
Good stuff, Bounty Hunter. But yeah, that was almost through. Dens played that very well. The V movement was really good to dodge Anthrax bombs and Scud storms, and yeah, that was cool. But Bounty Hunter was just in too solid of a position. Just took out too many Vs in the end. Those tunnels networks actually came in really helpful because the Vs had to keep pushing through tunnel networks, so they actually lost a lot of Vs just pushing through tunnels. GG. Man, look at those supplies collected. Crazy game.
Yeah, that was strange. Alright, well, hope you've enjoyed the stream. Follow the channel on Twitch if you haven't done so already. And if you're watching this on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/channelsgentlemen and follow the stream. As this is where the video was originally done. And we are trying to stream a bit more regularly now. We still don't have internet at my house, like fast internet for streaming, but lately we've been at our friend's house that does have NBN. Yeah.
Keen. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Let's see how many viewers we have. Like, I do want to eat food, but I also want to play some StarCraft. So